Hey folks, another thing that comes up a lot is labor rates. A lot of you guys do this differently. Obviously, we all have labor charges and service charges in our shop for different things. So there's various ways of doing this in the system, and a lot of you guys have some great ideas. So we're going to go over some of them. Um, what we're going to go over is going to be how to set them up, what they should probably look like, and how to make it easy for you guys, especially for your employees, especially those new employees. So, what I found to be the best way, looking at all your shops, is to have individual labor rates. And what I mean by that is, and we'll go into the added items here to kind of show you, is have a labor SKU for each type of labor that you do, generally your most common ones. So as you can see, we got some examples here: cut and insert arrows, wrap arrows, refletch arrows, change draw length, install site, third axis, so on and so forth. And then having a generic SKU. Some of you guys do just a generic SKU and you change the price depending on what you're doing, and that's fine. It is easy to do it that way, and you can kind of fine tune exactly how much you're wanting to charge the customer based on what you're doing or how long it actually took you to do whatever service you are providing. But one of the big benefits to having it set up this way, where you actually have individual SKUs, I shouldn't say one, there's a couple benefits, is it looks professional to the customer. When you print out or send them their receipt, they can see the labor charge and exactly what it was. So they see on there that line item 1 was maybe the PEEP site they bought from you, and line item 2 is the labor for installing and serving a PEEP. Or, they bought strings and the bow tune and the string service was on there. So it does look professional. They know exactly what you did for them. They have an exact charge. It's also easy for you guys, especially your employees, because all you have to do is type in what you actually did to the bow or to the arrows, and it comes up with the labor charge preloaded in. So you don't have to remember or worry about remembering how much you charge for each service that you do. Especially if you have new employees coming in, you don't have to always be answering their questions. Hey, how much do we charge for this? How much do we charge for that? Or have a cheat sheet somewhere and worry about them maybe not charging enough for labor or charging too much. It just makes it easy. You just plug it in there, exactly what you're doing. That way too, if you have multiple things you're doing, maybe you are installing a site and putting on a new D loop, then you can have your line item for install site and then your second line item for install D loop. The other really cool thing that it does by doing it this way is, now that it's a SKU, it's trackable. So you could actually go into your sales report. We'll go into this one here under the purchase order menu. And then you can pull up by date range all your sale item or all the items that you've sold, which would include your labor items. So once this loads here, I'll kind of show you what that looks like. Here we go. Let's see. Here we go. So here's all my labor SKUs. So the cool part about this is I can go and I can see how much money I made off of each type of labor and how many I did. So I can see in this date range, I did 51 bow rentals and made 765 bucks. Or I had, 2 basic bow tunes at 50 bucks. I had 49 cut and insert arrows. I had 12 install and serve peeps. I had 212 refletch arrows. I had 51 bow tunes and made almost $2,500 on bow tunes in this date range. So that's really cool because it allows you to see how much you've done and then kind of be able to make decisions whether or not you want to increase that labor rate or decrease it based on how often it's getting used. You can see what they kind of go along with. Maybe you do a lot of, one of the big ones that we all do is the obviously string changes. So you do a lot of bow tunes with string changes. So that's a really cool part about doing it that way. If you guys have any other questions, thoughts, or ideas on how to do it, better ways to do it, or want some advice, feel free to give us a call or shoot us an email, 480-664-2096, or shoot an email to dan@orgmyrange.com or cassie@orgmyrange.com. Thanks. Have a good one.